I am new to this band. Very happy to be part of it. And one thing that I've noticed is that there's I'm interested in and also love the kind of music that we're doing. And I would just like to ask Dan and the others about their history together as musicians and their influences.
Tell us, Dan.
Myself, Pete, and Tom all played in bands together over the decades and come and go, but there's sort of a musical bond that kind of keeps us butting heads. No.
Yeah, we've been playing
just a commonality
over 20 years.
Yeah. We all love acoustic music. We all love things with more complicated, not just your basic chord progressions, but things that have maybe more of a swing feel or a jazz feel, or just to branch out a little bit more than the common folk or even bluegrass stuff. You know, there's aspects of a lot of it and the things we like to play, but we also like to change it around and give it a fresh feel.
Well, our influences are pretty wide. I mean, pretty varied.
Yeah.
I've been a classical musician, a jazz musician, rock musician. It's like, it's whatever.
I'm gonna land on something one of these days.
I will. I'll get serious about one of them. But yeah, it's just been part of my life, and this is just another. Well, it's pretty important to me because obviously we've been playing a long time, but I like the variety.
I think that's the thing that, you know, all of us have maybe day jobs. We're not thinking that we're going to become professional musicians, but music is what holds us together. I mean, it is a connection that is not only friendship, but also musical connection that means something that's different than anything else in our lives.
It was going to be either this or stamp collecting, and we decided to pick music.
did last year in 2020 when that was like a really big deal to be able to come to see a concert outside. It was behind the high school. Everybody stayed in their
stadium.
cars at
Yep.
the stadium.
Yep, yep.
And
Broadcasted over car radios.
that's right.
That's
It was
right.
broadcast over the radios, and I thought that no one would come. I thought we would get there and there would be nobody there. And yet, Exeter has such a strong community feel that even in the middle of the pandemic, there were lots of people.
There were a lot of people.
Everybody wanted to come and have a night out together. So I think that by bringing it back to the park and letting people be still socially distant if they feel they need to, but letting people be outside together, I think is something that Exeter and definitely the Parks and Rec Department really focuses on. And I think it's a great thing.
Well, it's a little more scenic here as well.
You didn't like the parking lot?
No, I love parking lots. Come on.
It's beautiful here.
Yes, it is.
So it was, that was our first drive-in situation. We did a couple of them last summer, but Exeter was the first
Right,
one we
that's
did. And it really was different because you couldn't see people's reaction, and people weren't maybe, a lot of people sat in their cars and listened on their radios. What was cool was people honked.
They did.
At the end of songs, if they liked the song, they
Or
honked.
we think it's because they like it.
We hope.
We're
But
going
it
with
was,
that.
it-
Wanted us to.
but it's definitely a different energy. We worked, well, we didn't rehearse together the same way either. We weren't inside at our house. We got together only outside and only really far apart, and it was, we didn't rehearse as often. So it really was a different energy to get up there on that stage and be close together, and I think we were just really psyched to be playing.
We were, and don't forget, it's a real stage. You know what I mean? It was.
Yeah.
Provided a good venue.
Yeah, it was a good place to play, and with the stadium behind us, good energy.
It was.
Yeah.
Dan and I lived here right up until 2015, and we used to come down a lot to the Parkway. We lived right up the street, and we used to come down to the Parkway. And I mean, I think what I like is that this is such a walkable community. Like you can come to the park, you can walk to downtown, and it's still, you have neighbors that are still connected to each other. You're not, it doesn't feel like the suburban place where everybody just kind of drives up their driveway and disappears. I mean, this is really a small town community. And that's one of the things that the concerts are so great for, because it's an opportunity to come together in that same way, to just share something. You didn't have to drive hours to get here, and you didn't have to pay money, and you didn't have to stand in line. It's just all very casual and like
Well,
it
and
happens on an
it
afternoon.
also seems to be like a sort of a New England tradition too. A lot of towns have gazebo concerts or, community concerts, and we've done a lot of them, and they're always lots and lots of fun. But some of them are special, and I think the Exeter is pretty special.
It is.
I'm sorry. Yeah, go ahead. My first experience with music at Exeter was coming to see concerts here. My daughter was a student at Phillips Exeter, and there I just saw that when the students would be performing in the church, when the concert choir would be performing, the whole town would come out and listen. There was such a community feel there, and I mean, I haven't lived in Exeter, but my sense just coming to pick her up and just coming to events here was that there was a real connection between the school and the town, and I really did love seeing that. And also in the concert choir, there were some townspeople who were not students, and that was really fun and wonderful to see. And my daughter got to know people who were just, in the town who just wanted to sing.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
I'm trying to tell you something about my life. Baby, give me insight between black and white. The best thing you've ever done for me is help me take my life less seriously. It's only life after all. boy, we really did learn. There were two things we learned. The first is that we really, really missed each other, and the connection of being together, either playing or rehearsing. It was just a big void all of a sudden. We also learned that perhaps we weren't quite as technologically advanced as maybe some of the younger musicians that we know. And we really weren't able to put together, online just didn't happen for us.
Zoom music is not
Acapella.
where it's at.
It just wasn't something that that we were good at doing. It also didn't scratch the itch. It just didn't make the investment of time and everything that would have taken to figure it all out. That isn't what we do it for. I mean, we play music to stand up and be together and make music together. And
For people,
in
front of people.
In front of people, and it's nice that they like it too. But we're having so much fun up there most of the time. Being over online was not the same.
If there's something that there's what the musicians bring and what the audience brings, and that in between that can't happen in any other
Yeah.
way.
You're
We
right.
actually had quite a few gigs considering things were shut down so much.
Right.
So it wasn't a washout year for us in any sense, but it just complicated things. Took a little of the shine off it.
We did a video for the Chronicle Summer Concerts Series thing, and to do that, we needed to produce a video, not something we had a lot of experience doing, and we decided it would be best to do it outside where we could be spread far apart and in the woods, because that would look nice. And by the time we finally, 100 miles of electrical cords and all this setup, and it was really quite a production. It definitely gave you a different perspective on what it takes to put things together. And without an audience too. We get there and we're ready to play, and it suddenly didn't feel the same because there was nobody watching. But lots of people watched in the end. What are
Don't-
your words of advice?
Just keep doing it. I mean, if it's what you love,
Find
Yeah.
people to connect with that way.
They're-
Whether it's
they're out there.
like how you were part of PMAC,
Mhm.
Portsmouth Music and Arts,
Yeah.
and actually, my daughters went there, and your son
My son,
did too.
yeah.
And I mean, things like that. Organized music is a way to connect with people and then take it to a different place. But you've got to keep trying.
Don't turn down things. Go to coffee shops. You have to, or coffee houses. You have to risk. You have to risk standing in front of people, and you have to risk maybe messing up. But just keep doing it, and just keep going to places to play.
Say yes to every opportunity.
Yes.